Welcome to Easy Filipino Mathematics, and our lesson for today is all about derivative of trigonometric functions, specifically derivative of cosine functions. So magfo-focus lang tayo, class, sa derivative of cosine functions. Okay. So, paano ba o mag-solve, no? Or kumuha ng derivative of cosine functions? First, if y is equal to f of x is equal to cosine x, where x is a differentiable function, then the derivative of y is equal to negative sine x. Also, the derivative or the dy over dx cosine x is equal to negative sine x, and the derivative of f of x is equal to negative sine x. For u is equal to u of x, then d over dx cosine u is equal to negative sine u du over dx. To make it short, class, kapag kinukuha natin ang cosine x or yung derivative ng cosine x, ang magiging answer natin is negative sine x. Pero, syempre, nakadepende pa rin yan, kailangan or sa mga given, no? Kung meron siyang ibang mga numbers na given dyan, syempre, gagamit tayo ng ibang rule doon, like the quotient rule, the chain rule, the product rule, addition rule, etc. No? Sa pagsasolve ng derivative. Okay. So, to make it more easy for us to understand, let's have the first example. Find the derivative of y is equal to cosine 2x. So, paano ba kunin ito? Okay, let me use my pen first. Let us use color black. Alright, for this one, let's have the derivative of y. The derivative of y is equal to, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, the derivative of cosine x or cosine 2x is negative sine. So we have negative sine 2x. But then of course, since meron siyang 2x or may value, may constant yung x niya, which is 2, kukunin natin yung derivative ng 2x, which is 2. Okay? Bakit naging 2? If you will still remember, no, kapag merong variable, okay, yung constant or yung number, aalisin lang natin yon kasi this means na kapag kinuha natin derivative ng 2x, that means 1 minus 1, and that is 2x raised to 0. And as we all know, x raised to 0 is 1, so we have 2 times 1, so that's 2. Okay, that's why our answer is 2. Next, we will multiply 2 and negative. This is negative 1, supposed to be. Di lang natin nakikita. Okay, so that's negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Then, just copy sine 2x. So, the derivative of cosine 2x is equal to negative 2 sine 2x. Let's have another example. So for the next example, we have y equals cosine quantity negative 4x plus 5. So for this one, we will just need to get the derivative. Okay, wait, let's just use my pen. We will use, I think, product rule here. So we have y equals what's cosine? The derivative of cosine, which is negative sine, sine, and then negative 4x plus 5. Okay, and then what is the derivative of this or this one inside the open and close parentheses, and that is negative 4x plus 5. So this is equal to 0. And then the derivative of negative 4x is negative 4. So that is negative 4. Okay? Multiply to negative 4. Next is, we just need to multiply negative 4 and negative 1 for the sign. So we will be having an answer. I'm sorry, this should have a negative derivative sign. So that's positive 4, or even without writing positive, it's okay. We already understand na yun ay positive. So we have negative 4x plus 5. So that's our final answer for our example number 2. That the derivative of y is equal to which is equal to cosine quantity negative 4x plus 5 is equal to positive 4 sine quantity negative 4x plus 5. Okay? Now, let's have this one. For this portion, I think we will use a chain rule here to get the answer because there is an exponent here. Okay, so what will be our answer now here? Okay, to get the derivative, alright? So let's have this one. The derivative of y equals, this is 3. So, gagawin lang natin siyang parang constant. So, 3 will become the base. Okay? And then, we will just copy cosine. And then, that's 3 minus 2. Minus 1, I'm sorry. So, that's 2. Alam niyo na yung rule doon sa chain rule, no? And then, just copy to the x. Okay? And then, we will get the derivative of cosine 3x. Okay, alisin na natin ito. So, cosine 3x is negative sine 3x. And what is the derivative of 3? 3x, that's equal to 3. And fortunately, we cannot multiply cosine squared to 3x and negative sine 3x. Okay, so we can just, multiply 3 and 3. So we will be having an answer of, okay, may negative pala dito, no? I'm sorry. So kailangan natin alisin yan. So that's negative 1. Kung natatandaan yung previous example ko, di ba? I said it's negative 1. So negative 1, alisin natin siya. Sige, maglagay tayo ng bracket dito. So negative 1 times 3 times 3, it's negative 9. And then una syempre si sine 3x, just copy. Then just copy this one. So that's cosine squared 3x. So that will be our final answer for this example. So we have the derivative of y equals cosine cubed 3x is equal to negative 9 sine 3x cosine squared 3x. Okay, now let's have, I think this is the last example, the product rule for the two sine x and cosine x. So as we all know, for the product rule, we have u and v here. So this is u and v. Sorry, this is u. And then I think the formula for this is u times the derivative of v plus v times the derivative of v, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so alright, so what's now the derivative of dy? So we have u, which is sine x. What's the derivative of v? That's negative negative sine sine x, right? And then plus v, which is cosine x, times, what is sine x? That's cosine x, right? And as we all know, when we multiply two sine, we will be having a negative 1 times 1 is negative, and then sine times sine is sine squared. Okay, then we will just copy x, and then plus cosine x times cosine x is cosine squared x. Okay, kumbaga parang pag multiply, dati alam natin yung squared, lalagay natin sa x. But now here, we'll just put this squared in the sine or cosine or in the trigonometric symbol. Symbol, no? So we have negative sine 2x plus squared x plus cosine squared x. So that's all about for the derivative of trigonometric functions, specifically to the topic derivative of cosine functions. With that, thank you very much for your listening, and bye!